what we're going to do is Claye Clyatt is going to be giving this first session of a four-session little mini conference, if you will, for technical tips and tricks. And then we're going to be zooming in and out of these meetings. Jennifer, thank you for joining us. She's going to be here for the next session. And they're talking about similar topics, but they both take it from a different angle. And I'm excited to see how these two girls do things differently. So thank you all for joining us. Now, like I said in the message that I sent out, hi Sarah. It's Darlene, isn't it? Everybody's muted, which is fine. I'm going to ask you to stay muted, but I am going to have my chat window open. So if you've got questions, I can try to field them for Claye. And then when she gets done, we'll be opening everybody up to questions and answers. When we get right a couple of minutes before the half-hour mark, I'm going to close this room down, and it might be abruptly because we got Jennifer coming in and we got to start up that next meeting. And like many of you have probably experienced, Zoom seems to take a little time to zoom in. So we're going to make sure that we've got time for that. Claye is going to be talking about image manipulation and readiness is what I call it. And she's got a couple of different apps that she uses, applications, and ways of going about it. Now, Claye is coming to us from the Trenton chapter in Aiken, South Carolina, and she is currently our only speaker that is on a DAR trained volunteer genealogist assignment, and she is helping out the Issaquena chapter. So I want you guys to all know that this is something that happens. We're working on our third assignment startup right now. So if any of you are not chapter registrars and you're interested in helping out a chapter that's in need, if you want more information, you can possibly ask Claye how it's going for her privately afterwards, or you can get more information from me. But with that, Claye, we're right at 2 o'clock, and I'm going to turn it all over to you.
Yeah, we got it. Can you hear me, Susan? I can't hear you. Did we get muted again?
I am unmuted.
I can hear you now. Okay.
Okay, I'm here for you.
All right. So we're going to start with just a little brief overview. Of course, we need an image to work with. So I start with print screen. And it can be print screen or it can be your snipping tool. It all works pretty much the same. So the things that I was going to put most of the emphasis on is that some people needed to know about inverting the image. And then something I just recently noticed was the enhanced image in Ancestry, and it does make a difference in your image when you get it. This, of course, is your print screen button. When you print
Claye,
screen,
Claye,
yes,
you haven't shared your screen, sweetie.
I did.
Okay, we don't see it.
Oh, well, it went away.
Okay.
What happened to it? You don't see anything now, do you?
No, just the regular Zoom room.
Oh, well, all right. Well, we'll just.
Do you have that green button at the bottom in the middle?
Oh, it said you disabled it.
Sorry, I didn't think I did.
Well, that's what it said.
Okay.
That's all I know. So,
Try it again.
can you see that now?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
No. Okay, try it again.
Can you see it?
Nope. So click on that green arrow and then click on the screen you want us to see. That's starting to look a lot better. Yay.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to skip all that introduction stuff.
Okay.
Um, and you can see the screen now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a document. And if you go to the tools bar here and look down, there's your invert colors. If you have a reversed image that you want to download, and you can invert that image. So that's really, really nice. The other little thing that I found was this. If you go down to enhanced images and click on that, and you get a very different picture.
Nice.
So you can download it, you can rotate it, you can flip it, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. So the easiest thing I found and that gets the best picture is to just go ahead and download it. All right, so I'm going to open that file, and it's immediately going into this set of pictures, and it saves there. So the first thing I want to do is, this image is crooked, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to have to print ink in. So I go over on the top left-hand corner, click on image, and the first thing I want to do is straighten it. Doesn't look like I can, it's interfering with, okay, I can hide it. So down here you see the 0, and you use your left and right arrow keys, and you just click it until it gets to where you think you want it to be. And one of the little tips that I use is I want to see how straight it is. And I can drop that down, and see that little bar right there gives me a pretty good idea that I'm pretty straight. So then I'm going to close this box in, but I want to save it, because if I don't, it kind of jumps back out of place. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to go back to edit again, and I'm going to bring this bar in, bring this one in, and I won't bring this one in too much because there is a little bit of writing there on the edge. So now I'm going to save it again. If you want to save it to a file folder, you can save as a copy. So I'm going to save it. So now I have a nice clean document to look at. But I do go another step beyond this, because I want it to be as clean and bright as it can be. So this is adjust the brightness. So I click on that, and you get all of these things here. You can make it brighter, you can make it darker. This one kind of makes it brighter, but not quite as fast as the first one. The contrast, you can do back and forth and just play with them all, because I don't have a specific formula that says this much of this and this much of that. So, but highlights and shadows, if it's got some stuff in it, you can do with that. And one of the best buttons down here is this sharpness, because it will make it really, really sharp. And as you play with that, you'll see lots of difference. So I'm going to save it, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it in my document. So then I have, sometimes it's not quite as clear as I'd like for it to have. So I'll right click on it and go to picture format and select that. Select this icon and go to picture corrections, and you can further enhance it and that's usually the best way to enhance it. This one is pretty clear, but I can make it even whiter and take away a lot of that background. That saves a lot of ink. All right, now I want to underline the important things. So I go up to Insert, click on that, select Shapes, and just a solid line. There's lots here to choose from. And I want to underline, all right, this person died in Aiken County. So I missed a step. I forgot to, I have to click on one of these icons here and then say fixed position. So then I'm going to get my line. I'm going to draw my line. And then I have to say that it's going to stay on a fixed position. And then I do the control key and a right click. I'm sorry, shift and a right click. Shift and a right click and select group. If you don't select group, it's gonna get lost when you print it. So now my little circles that tell me I'm operating on that have gone away. So I want to collect that again, and then go over here to the paint bucket and go to line, because I only want to highlight this. I don't want to highlight the exterior line. So I want to select the color. Of course, it's red. And then I can adjust the width to whatever I want. And I've already done group, so it's ready to go. So I'm going to get out of that. And if you look, that mistake one that I made, well, it came back up. Or maybe I hit the delete by accident. But anyway, but that line will stay with it. And you can do a box. You can do anything you want to in that. So the next thing is I want to go and look at what we can do in FamilySearch. So this is not an easy record to read, almost probably nearly impossible. So first I want to expand the image. And then I can click on this and make some adjustments. I can reduce the brightness. I can enhance the contrast. I can play with it. I can enlarge it. And I can rotate it left and right. This is probably as good as I'm going to get this particular image at this particular point. So I'm going to download it just like we did the other one. And I'm going to do just a JPEG because that puts it into my gallery where my pictures are, and then I don't have to copy it again. So I'm going to download it. I'm going to open it. I'm going to go to edit. It's pretty square. I'm not worried about that. So I'm just going to go in here real quickly and get rid of all the black. I'm going to save it. I'm going to now adjust the pictures. So my first go-to here is going to be see if I can get it sharpened. That's a little better. Let's see if we can get anything else out of contrast.
Wow.
You can pull it, you just play with it back and forth. That's a little bit better. It's not, I couldn't get this one really great, but just wanted you to kind of see what you can do with it. You can get some of that blue color out of it. And then again, you want to save it. And then you're going to copy it. You can put it in your document. Control V to paste. And not going to goof up like I did the last time. And I'm going to put it on fixed page. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to the far right and see if that helps. Can't tell a lot of difference right now. Um, I can, and you just have to play with it, and you might not can get it. Another thing that I can do is I can go back to the picture and say, oh, I don't like that. I want to go again. So I can come back. I can go to the adjustments. I can tell it I want a sharper picture. I can save it. It's still not as legible as I want it. Um, I'm going to go back down to sharpness again. And as you can see, you can play with it and it gets better. Sometimes the sharpness will get a little too grainy, but it's at least legible now that you can do transcription if you needed to do that. So to get out of this, you just go back to this and get out. And got another one here that I wanted to do real quick. And there's real good images here, and then there's not so good images here. So I'm gonna just download that real quick. I'm gonna play with it. Probably gonna go to sharpness to start with. That's not helping me, so I'm gonna go to contrast. That's not helping, but I can go to the left, and now I can start to see some of the picture. So I'll save it, and I'll play with it some more. The other thing I wanted to do was to show you how to do, I had this particular document, so I'm going to copy it. Oh, it's in the other thing. It's here. I'm going to copy it. I'm in the wrong place. Here we go. That one. So I'm going to copy it. Go up here to copy. And I'm going to put it in the document. Oh, it's already in here. And then I've copied the transcription. These transcriptions aren't great, but if you've got text that you want to highlight, you can highlight what you want and go up to this, click here in the font section, open that up, go to underline style, select the width. I kind of like the wider width line, and then turn it red and say okay, and now it's underlined. So that's how I underline the text. So that's kind of a very condensed overview. So
That
Susan,
is
you want me to,
perfect.
I'm back here now.
That's perfect, Clay. Why don't you go ahead and stop sharing your screen? There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. Um, I'm gonna be asking you to unmute yourselves. Do you see it? And let me know. We're learning a lot about technology just putting this together. I'll tell you what, Clay and I have had a couple of uh, sessions this morning to get things going. So um, I'm unmuting you so that if you have any questions for Clay, we've got about 10 minutes. And so this is the perfect time if you want her to show you something again, or if you have a question on anything in particular, this is a good time to talk to her. Clay, I know
Great
my,
job, Clay. I wanted to say she did an amazing job.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
starting us off.
I use Word all the time, and I've been using Word for years, and I never knew I could fix the image. I just don't always look at everything because I want to go get things done quickly, and that's terrible. And so that I believe is where I've had so many problems with things bouncing around on me when I use the underline feature like you showed. So that's my big takeaway. Thank you, Clay. You solved my bouncy lines.
Just the most important thing to remember is when you underline it, group it. You
I've done
know,
that.
yeah, and do it every time you put an image in it, group it. Because you can ungroup it, you can undo it, you can adjust it even after you've grouped it. You know, if you say, "Oh, I missed a word," you can lengthen the line or shorten the line, or you can delete just the one line. You say, "Oh, I don't need that one line." It's pretty easy. Just play with it. It won't break.
Well, that's the one thing I never played with was that fix. And I think that's going to help me quite, fix the image on that
Hmm.
page. I think that will help me a lot. I just never even paid any attention to it. And I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but we're friends here. So thank you for sharing that. What were some of the other takeaways that you guys got?
I love the straightening part of that too. I mean, I've always cropped and stuff like that, but I didn't know you could straighten it. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. It gives you a nice, clean image to put on your documents, and I just like things to look nice.
How did you ever learn to do all that, Clay? That's really neat.
I just play in it. You know, my husband was scared to death of a computer, and I kept telling him it wasn't going to blow up on him, and he didn't believe me. So I just, I look at what stuff is. If I want something, I'll do a Google search. If I don't know how to do something, I do a Google search.
I have a question, Susan,
Yeah.
for Clay.
Mhm.
Clay, can you describe how you've prepared a lot of documents, say for in the analysis that we're working on, where you've taken a document and in the left top corner have labeled that document as A, B, C, or D, where I'm assuming that you used an insert.
Yeah, go to insert, select whatever shape you want, whether you want a text box, the numbers, if there's something written in it, I do that in a text box. You can change the color in the home section. Um, you can use different shapes. Um, I put my citations in a text box, and I write my citation now while I'm adjusting the image and doing all of that, and I'm playing with the image. Then I don't have to go back and look at it. And then when I get ready to do the application, I just cut and paste.
That's a really good idea. Yeah.
I have,
Yeah.
I have to, if I may, shout out to Clay. I've looked at a lot of documents that she has prepared, and they are beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we
Made
thank
made it easy for me to review.
Well, we thank you for sharing some of your tips and tricks with us. I mean, we all strive to have, something that's easier to work with instead of those dark images that we're struggling with. It's like, how do they make it easier? Now, I will tell you, um, when we get to the e-apps, of course, Jennifer could probably talk more about this than myself, but when we get to the point that we're actually sending them electronic documents, they're going to be able to do a lot of this electronic manipulation themselves. Now, we send them paper documents and they are scanned so that the genies can work with them electronically for reasons like that. And or they'll go and actually look it up online given the citation, so if they have a hard time reading it. I don't think that that happens that often because a lot of us do want to send them documents that they don't have to go through all that time and
Yeah, I
Fine.
will often put in a transcription. Um, I will enlarge the specific section so that they don't have to go. I just do lots of different things, whatever it takes to make the image look easy for whoever's looking at it.
I go with
Clay, do
you.
you,
If I can't read it, they can't either. So
Well,
Clay, do you,
you can read it when you enlarge it, and and I'm sure that they go and look at stuff on a big screen like I do, and they enlarge it so that they can read it. So
I would like to just be able to watch them do one application.
yeah, I would too.
Speculate on how they go about doing what they do, and I think we're kind of close, but I would just like to hear them talk through while they're showing us what their processes are. I think that would teach us a lot.
Yeah.
Clay, do you put your citations on the front of the document or the back?
I used to put everything on the back, and I would put like the whole thing, like an Ancestry, I would print the whole source document. I'm writing them now in the format that DAR wants it, and I'm leaving it on the front because I kind of started doing that when I was doing analysis, so that they could look and see, okay, this document belongs to this fact. And it doesn't say we can't do it. So, and then on the back, I put the box that says the name, identifies the paper.
Okay,
Or-
thank you.
May I
Well,
jump in, Susan?
Yes, please.
It's advised not to put the citation on the back because the genies don't look at the back unless the papers get fall on the floor. And that's the truth. And sometimes it helps if you've got enough space to put a more full citation on the front of the document, such as including an image. But just recall that when you're doing the citation on the third page, on the third page, that you're not going to include that image. So
Right.
sometimes you might need a little fuller citation on that front. And if it means giving yourself a little bit of a margin on the side or at the top or at the bottom, that is recommended.
Okay, thank you.
All right, girls, I'm throwing us out. It's time for the next session, and Jennifer's our JYD that's leaving this room right now, and you'll see her in the next room. I hope you all make it there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Clay.
Thanks,
You're
Clay.
welcome.
Thanks so much, Clay.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.